Only the lonely know the way I feel tonight. Only the lonely know this feeling ain't right. There goes my baby, there goes my heart. They're gone forever, so far apart. But only the lonely know why I cry. Only the lonely, only the lonely, only the lonely know the heartache I've been through. Only the lonely know I cry for you. Maybe tomorrow a new romance, no more sorrow, but that's the chance you gotta take if your lonely heart breaks. Only the lonely, only the lonely. Only the lonely know the way I feel tonight. Only the lonely know this feeling ain't right. There goes my baby, there goes my heart. They're gone forever, so far apart. But only the lonely know why I cry. Only the lonely, only.
Hey guys, almost forgot my intro. Welcome. Hope you guys are all having a happy Easter. I figured I had some time and I figured that I would stream. Noxious Butt Spray, welcome. Today we are not streaming Joran. We're streaming TCAP because, believe it or not, this is at least partly a To Catch a Predator channel. Today we are taking a look at 4 predators who, at least 3 of them, have a special, how do we want to say this? A special interest in our furry friends. So yeah, let's just get started here. Welcome to Kongwell and La Senorita. Are you Mexican? Let's get started.
You just woke up this morning.
Let me go back. It might be helpful if I have the sound on.
You're going to tell me you've never done this before?
No, sir.
So you just woke up this morning and said, I'm going to get involved in an internet conversation with a 14-year-old boy. I'm going to go to his house. strip naked, and walk in with a 12-pack of beer? This was just something you thunk up today.
No, sir. I'm going to talk to him about it online.
John Kennelly is a guy who, in an online chat with someone he thought was a young teenage boy, said that he was a teacher at a prestigious high school.
I'm digging this music. As far as I know, John Kennelly is not the one who had interest in animals. But John Kennelly is a fucking weirdo. And I made this playlist. I don't know the order of the Predators. I know there's 4 of them. I made this playlist like a long time ago. But yeah.
In Virginia. The chat is graphic. At one point, the decoy said something.
Also, Kennelly doesn't work and, like, mooches off his dad. Like, what? Kennelly is, like, seriously a piece of shit. His, like, not just his dad, his, like, 80-year-old dad. So it's sad to see.
About, what would be really hot, strip down your underwear in the garage and walk in. Kennelly says in the chat, I don't wear underwear. Decoy says something to the effect of, well, come in how you are. And we really didn't think he was going to do it. This is our second investigation, and while we'd seen some surprising things, who's going to walk into a stranger's house naked? Well,
no, he looks like he's like praying or something here. I've seen this like a million times, but he looks like he's like. Well, actually, I'll wait. Yeah, so he's sitting down. Looks like he's like praying or whatever. What Chris Hansen said on his podcast was that the decoy Dell had told him to close his eyes and count to 100, and for his surprise is what was said. So he has his eyes closed, counting to 100. So I guess at least he listens. It's just a shame who he listens to. Mexican scream names are like candy to me. But not Mexican. Oh my goodness.
Could you explain yourself?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead and cover up.
Certainly. I'm sorry.
What's going on here?
Your son IM'd me, and he told me to come on over.
He IM'd you.
Yes, sir.
You can sit down. How did he know to IM you?
I don't know, sir, honest.
So he just chose you out of the blue and said, come on over.
Supposedly that stool that he's sitting on is like, I forget who, but someone owns it, and it's like a trophy. I believe it's like one of Chris Hansen's friends, and they own it like it's a trophy, which I mean is probably the way that it should be owned.
Over, get naked, and walk into the kitchen.
Well, I sat there talking to him for a little bit, yes.
And what'd you guys talk about?
We were just talking about anything, sir.
How old are you?
I'm 29, sir.
29. And what do you do for a living?
I drive a school bus.
You drive a school bus.
Yes, sir.
And you thought it was appropriate to walk into the home of a 14-year-old boy who you thought was alone, buck naked. What was your plan?
I don't know, sir.
What's your full name?
John Kennelly.
And you're a school bus driver or a teacher?
Teacher.
You're a teacher.
I'm going to need to see some.
He can't even give his story straight. while there.
ID.
I left that at home, so I'm sorry.
I'd like to see some ID. Turned out later that he was neither a teacher nor a bus driver. In fact, he was unemployed and had been for some time. What kind of conduct is this for a high school teacher?
None, sir. I've never done this before.
You're going to tell me you've never done this before?
No, sir.
So you just woke up this morning and said, I'm going to get involved in an internet conversation with a 14-year-old boy. I'm going to go to his house, strip naked, and walk in with a 12-pack of beer. This was just something you thunk up today.
No, sir. I'm going to talk to him about it online.
Do you see how this looks, John?
Yes, sir.
Let me just see the driver's license.
I'm sorry, sir.
I'm sorry, it doesn't cut it. What would have happened? What would have happened, John, if I wasn't here?
I probably would have chickened out, sir.
Chickened out. Do you see why that is hard for me to believe?
I do, sir. That is the truth.
He probably didn't want to. I'm sorry, you guys probably hear my voice. I can't get. I need a new computer chair. I can't get comfortable in this. But he probably didn't want to tell Chris Hansen the truth. That's why he didn't want to show. Well, ID number one, and number two is because he probably didn't want to say the truth, which is that he's just a lazy piece of shit that mooches off his dad.
You say to him, are you straight, bi, or gay? He says gay. I just don't tell anyone. You say, sweet, I won't, I promise. You say, you are so effing hot, bro. I want to be your boyfriend if you will have me. I'm serious.
I was just chatting. I was just...
Well, hubris, not for this, at least. He's served time. Now. Hey, evil little McNuggets.
Chatting, you're sitting in this kitchen naked, John. That's a step beyond chatting, isn't it?
Yes, sir, it would be.
I don't want to get you in trouble,
You can see the visible fear with his hand shaking.
bro. I also don't want to get me in trouble either. You knew this was wrong when you walked in.
Yes, sir.
I think I can learn real fast to love you. 14 years old. Do you know that it's illegal to have a conversation on the internet with the intent to have sex with a minor?
Yes, sir, I did.
So you came here knowingly violating the law.
Kennelly was significant because not only did he admit what he was doing was wrong, he also admits that he knew it was illegal, and he showed up anyway.
What do you think should happen to you?
Did he say yes, sir, he did? I thought he said no, sir, I didn't. Maybe that's just me.
I don't know, sir.
Well, there's something you gotta know. I am not the father of the boy.
Hey, Dr. Cassandra.
But I am Chris Hansen of Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on computer predators. Anything else you'd like to say to us? We'd like to hear it. If not, you're free to leave.
Thank you.
You can take the towel to the garage and get dressed.
Please take the camera off of me.
He sees the cameras coming. He's trying to keep the towel up around him. He's trying to grab his clothes and head out the door, and he gets his underwear on and just beelines to get out of there. If he had just left it at that, you know, Kennelly would have been a...
John Kennelly is the like main reason why like casuals, as in people not in the community, remember To Catch a Predator. So I mean, at least he did something right in his life.
memorable character, but what he did the next day just put him over the top. Less than 24 hours later, he's back in a chat room. I have been in television for 24 years. I'm just gonna get something to eat.
Get arrested in his underwear. Oh my god. That would be amazing.
Done. Wait a minute, so let me get this straight. So they're talking about a meeting?
Nobody has ever gone through what that man went through when he got to this house. But now this is just amazing.
This guy leaves our house, shirtless, holding most of his clothes.
Casey and J-Dub.
And less than 24 hours later, there he is in a chat room trying to make a date with another young teenage boy. We couldn't believe it, but it was the same screen name, same everything. So the decoy made a date, and they agreed to meet at a nearby fast food restaurant. We move into position, he walks out of the restaurant, and we're there waiting for him. I remember exactly what I said.
I have been in television for 24 years.
I just came to get something to eat.
And I have very seldom been at a loss for words.
Sir, I just came to get
But
something
I
to eat.
don't even know what to ask you first.
I just came to get something to eat.
John, we've been through this before. What are you doing? I've got the chat log again. You're chatting up another 13-year-old kid, and you're going to meet him here at McDonald's. You identify yourself. You call yourself Shane this time.
I don't know why, but that's like one of my favorite lines. You call yourself Shane this time. I love it.
You ask him a series of personal sexual questions.
That's the only thing he changed. He used the same screen name. As if that wasn't going to get him caught just using a fake name. What sting is this? This is the... I have no idea, actually. I could tell you. Oh, Fairfax. Okay. Hey, Callie. Yeah, I mean, I could tell you who else was in that house. I know David Kay was in that house. I'm pretty sure another person that we're going to take a look at today was also in that house. I'm not 100% though.
Is that appropriate talk to be having with someone you think is a 13-year-old boy?
No.
Last night, you walked into a home naked, hoping to meet a 13-year-old. You said you were sorry. It was the first time you'd ever done it.
That's right. This is the first To Catch a Predator sting. The other one was Dangerous Web, which I can't even imagine if they kept that. In fact, I almost thought about, and I probably will do it at some point, streaming Bethpage. But I don't have all that much time today, so I decided against that. But definitely another time I will.
Done it. You admitted it was wrong.
Yes, I did.
You left.
Yes, I did, sir.
And within 24 hours, you're back on the internet chatting up another 13-year-old kid. What is going on? What do you have to say for yourself?
I don't have anything to say for myself.
Well, you should say something, don't you think? I mean, what are we to think you're going to do next? Last night, you walk into a house in suburban Washington, naked, with a 12-pack of beer, hoping to meet a...
I wonder if this is, since Chris Hansen met him at a McDonald's, I wonder if this is where, like, the vigilantes got their idea to even do it. Because if you think about it, it's kind of similar. Chris is going with cameras to a public place to confront a predator online. So yeah, Chris Hansen here is technically doing vigilante work.
13-year-old boy, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Today, you're on the internet again. You have an inappropriate conversation
Praise lesbians.
with a boy you think is 13, and you set up a meeting here at this fast food restaurant. What was your intention?
I don't know.
Hey, Slugcat.
Don't you think you need some help?
I'm seeing a psychiatrist.
Do you see why I was skeptical last night when you said...
Bitch, the only thing psychiatrists are for, and the reason why I know this because I pissed off my psychiatrist one time. But anyway, the only thing psychiatrists are for is the medicine. They just make sure that they just throw medicine at you and make sure that they check your weight and make sure that your mood's okay and that you're not like, you know, getting worse from it.
Get those.
No, I can't, John. I can't do that.
Can you
That's
get those?
their job, is to record video and audio. Now, you put yourself in this position, so don't get tough with that.
Chris, please. I don't think Kennelly can get tough with anyone.
Do you see why I was skeptical last night when you said it was the very first time you'd ever done something like that?
It was, though.
Oh, how can I believe that? And how do we know that you're not going to go out tomorrow or the next day or the next day or the next day and do this again?
I promise you I won't.
You see something so extreme, a guy show up naked and then come back the next day, you realize and you get a better understanding of how strong these addictions, these compulsions can be. And they develop online. First, perhaps porn sites, chat rooms, but ultimately that isn't enough to satisfy some of these guys. And that's when you see them, I think, take these extreme measures and risk so much to actually have a face-to-face meeting.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to call my psychiatrist.
How long have you been seeing a psychiatrist?
There is definitely debate on how much porn can affect someone's mind, or can warp someone's mind, I suppose is the right term. There's a bit debate to be had.
A little over a year.
A little over a year. And why were you seeing it?
Because I had a family breakdown.
Meaning what exactly?
I had a death in my family. And I never handled it well.
I wonder who that was, and never handled it well. I wonder what that was. I have a feeling that, and I don't know if Kennelly has like a learning disability or anything, but I have a feeling that his dad still treats him like a child. So like I kind of feel like if someone died, like maybe his grandpa or something, then he would like throw a tantrum about it, like a literal tantrum, like a child would. And I mean, it sucks whenever someone dies, but I mean, yeah.
And is that what you attribute this sort of behavior to?
I'm guessing, yeah.
That sounds like a cop-out.
But it's not, though.
What happens if you really did meet a 13-year-old boy? What happens?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's illegal to have a talk on the internet with a minor with intent to have sex with that minor. You've done it twice in 2 days that we know of. That's a federal offense.
I'm sorry, but if you're just seeing a psychiatrist, they just give you medicine. They don't really help you. But even still, if he was seeing a therapist or a counselor or whatever, you see a counselor and get off the internet. If he was seeing a counselor, he would just lie, so they wouldn't be able to help him. And he definitely would never mention this.
You can go to prison for it. Do you know that?
Yes.
Matter of fact, why even bring... Well, I know it was an excuse. But it doesn't... But it's... I get what he was trying to do, but it... As an excuse, but, like, it's irrelevant at this point.
Then why do you do it?
I need help, and that's what I'm seeing a psychiatrist for.
And you're going to find help here at McDonald's?
No.
You're going to find help from a 13-year-old boy?
No.
experts in the field, after hearing all this, are going to likely suggest that last night wasn't your first time and today isn't your second time, that you've been doing this for a very long time, John.
No, I haven't.
Do you understand why that's hard for me to believe? I mean, is there any reason for us to think that you won't just go ahead and do this again tomorrow?
I got 2 appointments with my psychiatrist tomorrow.
What about
2 appointments? I've never heard of that.
today? You don't seem that busy today.
That's why I'm going to go home and call him.
You consider yourself a predator.
I don't know.
You don't know. Is there anything else you want to say?
No, sir.
And he walks off, shoes untied, gets into his pickup truck, and drives off. And I'm thinking, I just can't believe what I've just seen. When we started these investigations, you know, the goal was to understand what goes on in these guys' minds that makes them think it's okay to show up at a house where a young...
Sorry, Callie, I was trying to watch you, accidentally put you in a... Yeah, accidentally hit you. You should be back now, though.
Young teen is alone and try to have a sexual relationship. After you talk to a guy like Kennelly, you have a better understanding of the addictive nature of the internet and of the compulsion some of these guys develop. But it also makes you wonder how you deal with a guy like that. And so while it answers some questions, it often raises more.
You know, I do kind of feel like Chris Hansen thought doing this would kind of get better into the mind of a predator, and I think in some instances it does, but I mean, it's definitely entertaining, but I don't think that it's necessarily To Catch a Predator necessarily did what it sought out to in terms of, like, the story. But I mean, that's just how it works sometimes. I don't think we'll ever get a true, like... I mean, this was the closest we ever got. I don't think we'll ever get, like, a true, like, look into what drives someone to become a predator in the first place. And maybe that's a good thing. I don't know.
Our Avalanche, that's our 1230. Can I rape you anally? Mike, 29 years old.
We're on them. Rolling everything, Georgie.
Did it take you long? Awesome.
Okay. Can I Rape You Anally? I believe... The reason why he's on here is I believe in a chat log he either mentioned... I think it was a dog that he mentioned that he wanted the decoy to do a sex act on. It's either a dog or a cat. Or maybe he wanted... I forget exactly what it was. But I know it had something to do with an animal.
Awesome. Can you get me a drink, please? Did you remember the handcuffs?
We have a lot to talk about. Why don't you have a seat?
Go ahead. This is Punch, right?
Yeah.
All right.
What are you doing here?
Hanging out.
Hanging out.
Yes.
And how old was this person we're talking to?
She said she was 13, but...
She said she was 13. And
Yeah,
how
she
old are
didn't
you?
look at it. I'm 29.
29.
Yes.
Well, did people already move on from chat rooms by, what was it, 2007? Was there something else. I don't think apps are around yet. I don't know. I feel like maybe there would be something else that Dateline could have moved to that was more popular.
Can I rape you anally?
Mm-hmm.
How do you come up with that?
A guy to guy thing here, okay?
Guy to guy.
Yeah. Or like we all have our fetishes, okay?
Can I ask you a blanked up question? Do you have a rape fetish? And were you ever raped? No, no to both. You say, I like rape.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of a thing is that to say? To a 13-year-old kid?
Well, she wasn't 13, was she?
She said she was.
Well, and I can say we're at 12.
You say, no, I'm not a rapist. Laugh.
That doesn't even make any sense. These guys use like the worst like excuse, like, well, she wasn't actually 13, she was you. It's like, I don't know, you're kind of missing the point. Well then, huh. Yeah, I guess maybe it was a good thing with TCAP. Although there should have been more than one Hansen versus Predator. Supposedly he's doing another sting somewhere. Hopefully they'll be better than the ones that were on his channel. He did 3 of them on his channel and they were okay, but they kind of missed the point of why people like To Catch a Predator, because they were at a small, I guess an apartment complex, and the guy would, like, as soon as he walked in the door, police were like right behind the door, and then they would, I'm sure you guys seen this, I don't know why I'm describing this, but he got put in handcuffs and got set on a bed, and then Chris Hansen would come down on the other bed, and then that's how they would talk. It was just backward, because at that point the guy already knew he was in trouble, so it's not going to be genuine of thinking it's the dad or anything like that.
Out loud. I just like it. I never actually do it unless the chick wanted me to act it out or something.
Yeah. The way that I entertain myself is...
I like whenever these guys get tackled. But I can understand the way that they did it with Hansen versus Predator. But yeah, supposedly Chris Hansen's gonna do something on Discovery Plus, I think. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, but ever since Chris Hansen came back, he's been promising more stings. And it's always just, I don't know. I have a hard time believing him. Hey, Tron. Let me see if I can do this right with you. I took away, hopefully Callie's back. I really did not mean to, hide her from the channel. I was trying to add her as a mod, but I hit the wrong button. Because I took away all of my mods because of reasons. But yeah.
Online, and I'll say anything, and I'll talk about anything.
You talk about shaving her and maybe cutting her and tasting her blood.
Okay, well, people.
So that's normal?
Well, people do some things, man. Come on.
Do you feel that you have got a problem chatting online?
Sort of, yeah.
So it's sort of like make-believe to you in some way?
Yeah.
Role-playing?
Yeah,
Yeah, but she said she was 13.
I don't know.
So if I wasn't here, and a 13-year-old girl was here, and she was willing to go along with your rape, what do you think would happen?
On day one? On this,
Is this any way for a 29-year-old man to behave?
No.
What do you think should happen to you?
Yeah, you can do that, Donde. I'm pretty sure I unhit her. Fuck, I don't know what I did.
What do we have coming up right now? That's our avalanche.
Oh, it's repeated. Okay. Can skip to our next play.
Meet VA Male 69 2005.
VA Male. I wish AMD would have no, it wasn't supposed to be ban. Unlike you, Tron, Callie's actually nice. I wish that AMD would finish the VML chat log. But, regardless.
5. He's the one who said there's just something about a teen body. He's 28 and thinks he's talking to a 14-year-old. He's actually...
Can you imagine even saying that? Not only not even saying that to someone, can you imagine even hearing that? Unless it's like, I don't, another teenager or like a, I don't know, I guess a doctor. Not in the same vein. Not meaning the same thing. But yeah, no one should ever even think that.
Actually chatting with this 23-year-old from Perverted Justice.
He was by far the worst guy I've ever talked to.
Dozens and dozens of cases
Yes.
you've worked on. What separated him from the run-of-the-mill computer predator?
Bestiality, one word.
He chatted online for more than a week.
Yeah, no shit. So not only was this guy into kids, he was also into dogs. Well, I guess not. Kind of. He wanted. He didn't want to. As far as he didn't want to do anything to the dog. He wanted the dog to do something to the girl. So, I don't know.
Week with our decoy and slowly introduced more and more depraved sexual requests. He even says he wants to involve a dog.
As soon as the guy said, hey, maybe I'd want to do this, and he wasn't immediately slapped down, it's testing the waters.
Was this all talk, or would this man actually walk into our kitchen? That's him coming in the door.
The original snake, I don't know what that is.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Why don't you have a...
Oh, it's without a doubt animal abuse. So this guy's a real piece of shit. I hope he's obviously on like you'll see him like Twitch and shit. He's fucked up. He's obviously like on something. I don't know what it is, but I don't ever want to be on that. Although it makes me wonder like if he was like this is just how he was, and then or maybe he just has a twitch. I don't know. Either way, I hope this dude is like not hasn't done anything to anyone else.
Seat right around that stool, please. What's happening?
How much?
And I hope. And I kind of hope this for all the guys, that I hope like they can move on past this and be cured of it, or at least, yeah. If there is a cure, I don't know.
What are you here for?
Just come and talk to him.
Coming to talk to who?
That's it.
Why are you so nervous?
I just get nervous. I was coming to talk to Aaron.
I just get nervous. I mean, if you can't think of an excuse, I guess.
How old is Aaron?
She didn't tell me.
Try again.
I saw 14.
So you thought it was okay to come here to see a 14-year-old girl?
No, I didn't.
And you say, would you ever try anal? Ouch, that's like it could hurt. Not if done right. You have to be very gentle with that. Quite a Romeo.
I hope he's sitting in the same stool that John Kennelly was.
I'm a lonely guy. What can I say?
He's more than just a lonely guy. We did a background check on VA mail, and it turns out his real name is Joe Wunderler, an Army sergeant stationed at Fort Belvoir at the Intelligence and Security Command.
I've never done anything. I'm trying to get help with it.
What are you doing to get help?
Seeing a psychiatrist right now.
Well, it doesn't look like it's working too well based upon all this.
I just started talking to him.
I mean, this gets pretty freaky here. You talk about sex acts.
This guy would probably be friends with, shit, what's that dude's name? Well, I guess he wouldn't be friends with him now. The boobies predator. The sweaty guy. I forget his name. And I get they would both also probably be friends with Stephen Buchanan, who I think I'm probably going to redo that stream, to be honest about it.
With a dog.
It's one of the reasons why I'm trying to get help, because I've gotten into fetishes that I know aren't right.
I guess you're going to tell me next that this is the very first time you've done something like this.
Actually, it is. I'm serious.
True or not, remember, this guy tried to entice a young teen into depraved sex acts. It only takes one encounter to harm a child forever.
What was up with that B-roll, like, footage? Marvin Lackham has probably turned out the best out of all these. He got deported, as far as I know, but he's married, and sorry, he's Ernest Timmons, yeah. Yeah, so Marvin Lackham has turned out the best out of all these predators. Like, he's went back, he was deported, but he is married and I guess has moved on. So things somehow worked out for him. Rather or not if he deserved it, I don't know. Although, Jeff Stacy was married too, and we saw what happened to him, so I don't know. Be careful, Marvin. That's all I can say.
Walking into the living room. Emily, call out.
Hey, just take a seat at the table. I'll be right there. I'm getting ready. Where's my cat?
Right. You know what? I don't understand why a lot of people say, like, Emily was, like, the best decoy in terms of, like, appearance. Like, she looked the youngest. I don't understand why she never really got to interact with the predators. I mean, all she really did, I think she let one or two of them in who actually got to see her. But all she really did was stand behind a curtain and talk. So it didn't matter what she looked like, really. They should have just kept Dell. Basically what I'm saying is that she didn't really get to... It would have been more entertaining to see her, like, maybe not this. Definitely not whenever there's a nude guy, but during the other ones to see her actually interact with the predators. We probably would have got a little bit more out of Ryan Gosling, which would have been interesting to see.
Why just take a seat?
Although I don't think they had that in mind. And who the fuck would, like, not think of anything of a house that has, like, here's a chair and it's got, like, a table just in the middle of, like, just out in the middle. It's almost as if it's set up for someone to sit there.
Cookie, I made them because they'll go with the Cool Whip. It was kind of a little surprise.
The decoy says, come on in, I'm just going to do something real quick and I'll come out. And she comes into the room where I'm at. Well, before I can get past her and open the door, he has hot-footed it across the living room and has his hand on the door. So I open the door, he's there, he's stunned, I'm stunned.
You want to explain yourself? Grab that towel right there, please. Wrap it around yourself, and please sit in that stool. What are you doing?
McNuggets, I guess you kind of have a point, but I don't know. They're adults, so it's whatever. I think a lot of stuff said about the decoys is fucking weird, though, to be honest about it. But
Making a mistake. Making a mistake. You drive into somebody's driveway, walk into their house.
Someone said that they could see that he was... I forget who said it, but someone said that they could see that he was erect. Or like a bunch of people have said it, and Chris said the same, and I've heard people say like you can see that from like the sensor and whenever he puts on the towel. I never saw it. I'm past the part where you can see it, but I never... Yeah, I don't know. Let me go back, actually, so you guys can... Let me know if you guys see anything.
He's stunned, I'm stunned.
You want to explain yourself?
Let me actually slow this down here.
Grab that towel right there, please. Wrap it around yourself.
I don't know. Do you guys see anything?
And please sit in that stool.
Oh, I kind of see it now, actually. I see what you guys are talking about.
What are you doing? Making a mistake. Making a mistake. You drive into somebody's driveway, walk into their house.
Decoy Dan? I think so. I think he's the best. How you doing, Stanley? And Nervous Nelly is up there for sure. The blonde one, I think, was too nervous. The one with Hamburger. And I mean, I don't blame her for being nervous. Although, like, the worst The worst one probably was the me, my mommy, and my daddy one. Although, they had... I forget where this was at. I'm not trying to insult anyone's appearance here, but they had like a heavy set decoy, and she was terrible. They had to actually... She's the only one that actually got fired in whatever sting she was in. Because a lot of the guys wouldn't even show up. Which, I mean, from what I hear, Chris Hansen was testing to see, like, if these guys... how much these guys would actually care, and... I guess he knows now.
Strip naked and walk in where you think there's a 14-year-old girl home alone. What is going on in your mind?
He did. He was flirting with the guys. You
don't know.
Stupid mistakes.
Stupid mistakes. Now, what do you think would have happened, Marvin, had I not been here and had there actually been a...
I saw someone say that, like, he was too comfortable, or that he wouldn't know how to make a drink at 13. I don't believe that. I don't know. I think it was believable.
14-year-old girl in that next room. What would have happened after you walked in there naked?
I guess something probably would have happened.
Something like what?
If I went over to a friend's house and they were like, "Hey, meet my 13-year-old son," I would believe him.
Something along sexual lines.
Like you would have had sex with a 14-year-old girl?
I'm not sure if I would have done that, but...
Marvin, you're naked.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone all the way. I wasn't going...
You went all the way when you took your clothes off, just about.
He's one of those guys who... He's very short with his answers. You know, he's not quite sure where this is all going. And finally, I say to him,
what was your plan with the cat?
I don't know. I was just being stupid with that.
The cat? The whipped cream? You want the girl to have sex with a cat and use whipped cream? What? Explain that.
I was just being stupid with that. I wasn't really serious about that.
I can only imagine what would have been going on in this house had I not been here. Am I wrong to think that?
No, you're not.
So what's going to be happening if I'm not here? You're naked, there's a 14-year-old girl, you're chasing a cat around, you've got Cool Whip, and you want this girl to do some sex act with the cat, and then you'll have sex with her. Is that accurate?
Would it be okay if I ask for some water, please?
Oh, sorry, sip of water.
Some water?
Yes, please.
These are serious investigations, but undeniably, there are moments that border on the humorous. The guy asked for water, and, I thought at that point the situation was under control, so I got him some water.
Saw that running around naked got you pretty dried out then, huh?
Hey, Lauren's. Oh my gosh. Hey, Lauren's burn phone.
Have you ever met any young girls online? First time?
Yeah, this is the first time, which will never happen again. I can tell you that for now.
He started to giggle, partly because he thought it was funny, and partly because he was just really, really nervous, having just been caught and now being confronted.
So it's funny?
No, I'm just thinking it to myself that this will never happen again. This is something, no. This is not right.
So you're promising me right now that you'll never...
I'm promising myself that I'm not...
Hook up with a 14-year-old girl online, tell her to have sex with a cat, and walk into her house naked.
Not even under...
Well, he's never going to have the chance again, so...
19... I'm promising that to myself, not even to you, this is not good.
Well, there's something else you need to know. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on adults who try to meet teens online.
Yes, sir.
Now, if there's anything else you'd like to say about this predicament you're now in, we'd love to hear it.
Just trust me, it'll never happen again.
And if there's nothing else you have to say, then you're free to walk out that door where you stripped naked and walked in. You can keep the towel.
He gets up and he sort of tries to hold it around him. I mean, that's a bad situation to be in. I mean, first of all, you got caught soliciting a teen online.
Let me ask you guys this. How many of you guys, like, what do you guys think that any of these guys who say, like, it'll never happen again, I'll never do it again, do you guys think that any of them, like, if they had the opportunity, I think they would. I think just about every one of them would.
Second of all, you walk in naked. Third of all, you're going to be on network television. And now you're heading outside, and you got to put your clothes back on real quick and get out there, and you're not sure what you're going to face. And then you get arrested. That's a bad thing.
Police down!
The bush. The fucking ghillie suit. That caught me off guard. I forgot about that. Oh no. I better get this off the screen. Please don't take down my video. Thank you. My video is gonna get Jason Blahad. It was margarita mix, tequila, and ice. You don't need a degree in chemistry. That's what I'm saying. How long have I been streaming? About an hour. So that's all that I had for you guys today. As I said, I hope that you guys enjoy your Easter. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy Easter Sunday. And I'm going to go, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go do something else. Maybe I'll take a shower. These guys kinda, yeah, I don't know. These guys kind of make me feel dirty. Yeah, I'll be back next week. Probably Tuesday, maybe Joran, I don't know. But, non-sexual hugs to all, and goodbye.
Only the lonely know the way I feel tonight. Only the lonely know this feeling ain't right. There goes my baby, there goes my heart. They're gone forever, so far apart. But only the lonely know why I cry. Only the lonely, only the lonely, only the lonely know the heartache I've been through. Only the lonely know I cry for you. Maybe tomorrow a new romance, no more sorrow, but that's the chance you gotta take if you're lonely. Heartbreak.